The Young and the Restless, YNR, spoilers update for Monday, November 24th, reveals that viewers will see some bedroom games, stage fright, and a big Bond voyage. The drama will heat up at Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, and Christine Blair's, Laura Lee Bell, wedding reception, where Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, will get all eyes on her. Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, will try to stop Phyllis from stirring up trouble, but Christine will invite Phyllis to say whatever she needs to say. Phyllis will end up making a painful admission about never seeing Danny as happy as he is now. As much as it kills me, it's true. Phyllis will confess before toasting to the pair's long, enduring love. Phyllis will think it's clear that Danny and Christine are meant to be, so she'll talk about Christine's tenacity and insist she finally got her man. Danny will apologize for Phyllis's behavior after she struts upstairs with Kane, but Christine won't think the toast was too bad, all things considered. Whether it was sincere or not, Christine will remain in good spirits. In a suite, Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, will push Phyllis to do more than just say she's moved on. Phyllis will suggest a game where they remove one article of clothing at a time and use it to represent the baggage they need to get rid of. Kane will like the sound of that, so Phyllis will start by removing her blouse. After Phyllis says she's losing her grief over the union of Cricket and Danny, she'll help take Kane's shirt off and insist that represents Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil. Phyllis will also help Kane out of his pants and suggest he get rid of his children's constant disapproval. As for Phyllis's removed skirt, that'll represent her eliminating her constant need for relevancy of all the losers in this town. Once Kane and Phyllis are all out of clothes and baggage to shed, they'll have another hot bedroom session on Monday's YNR episode. Back with Christine, Nina Webster, Trisha Cast, will give her updates on the mystery flower delivery. Since Esther Valentine, Kate Linder, was the person who mistakenly sent the mums that Christine is allergic to, Nina will clear Phyllis's name. Although Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei, will have a bit of stage fright and worry he's not good enough to perform the song he wrote with Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, she'll talk him into playing with anyway. The song will be a hit, especially with the bride and groom. After more toasts, shared memories, and dancing down in the dining area, Danny will take Christine up to a suite. It'll be a chance for the two of them to change into more comfortable clothes ahead of their honeymoon, but they'll let some passion erupt, too. Later, there'll be an awkward moment in the hallway when Phyllis and Kane run into Christine and Danny. However, Phyllis will simply wish the newlyweds bon voyage and will claim she's serious about it. Once Christine and Danny rejoin the wedding reception, everyone will gather around to fling petals at them and offer a big send-off. Danny and Christine will have grand honeymoon plans in Paris, so they'll head out the door. Finally, Daniel will get swept up in the romance of it all and plant a kiss on Tessa. As Tessa reciprocates Daniel's lip lock, Phyllis will glare at them nearby with Kane standing next to her. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Tessa and Daniel's budding relationship will remain complicated, so stay tuned for any messy news that's still to come. The faint, honeyed light of a late November morning spilled into the master suite of the Abbott mansion, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air and the profound tension between two people who knew each other better than anyone, and yet, in this moment, felt like strangers playing a dangerous game. Jack Abbott sat on the edge of the bed, tying the laces of his Oxfords with a deliberate slowness. Diane Jenkins, draped in a silk robe the color of a deep red wine, watched him from her perch at the vanity, her reflection a mask of cool composure. "You were restless last night," she stated, her voice a low, smooth melody that belied the accusation within it. Jack met her eyes in the mirror. "A lot on my mind. The merger with Glissade isn't going to negotiate itself. Is that all?" Diane turned, the silk whispering with the movement. "You've been distant for days, Jack. It feels like you're a million miles away, even when you're right here beside me." This was the dance. The careful probing, the subtle parries. Jack knew she was digging, searching for a crack in his facade. He had promised Kyle, and himself, that he would handle the harrowing truth about Harrison's paternity with the utmost care. But living with that secret, sharing a bed with the woman who had orchestrated this entire devastating lie, was a special kind of torture. Every affectionate touch from her felt like a brand of complicity. The pressure at Jabot is immense, Diane. You know that. He stood, adjusting his cufflinks. And with everything going on with Kyle and Claire, let's just say my mind is preoccupied. It's not a reflection on you. Diane rose and glided towards him, her hand coming to rest on his lapel, her touch light but possessive. We're a team, Jack. Your burdens are my burdens. You don't have to carry them alone. Her eyes searched his, and for a terrifying second, Jack thought she could see straight through to the raging storm of betrayal and protective fury within him. He forced a smile, a hollow imitation of the warmth he usually felt for her. I know, he said, capturing her hand and giving it a brief, reassuring squeeze before letting go and turning towards the door. And I'm grateful. But right now, I need to focus on the board meeting. We'll talk tonight, I promise. He left the room before she could respond, the click of the door echoing with finality. Diane stood alone, the smile fading from her lips, replaced by a flicker of unease. Jack was hiding something. She could feel it in her bones. And Diane Jenkins had spent a lifetime ensuring that secrets, especially those that could threaten her hard-won paradise, were unearthed and neutralized. Across town, in the sleek, modern confines of the Grand Phoenix penthouse, a different kind of performance was about to begin. Kyle Abbott stood frozen before a full-length mirror, his fingers fumbling with the knot of his tie. The silk felt like a noose. Today was the day he and Claire Grace were scheduled to present their unified co-CEO vision for the new media division to the Jabot board. It was the opportunity of a lifetime, a chance to finally step out of his father's shadow and carve his own legacy. But the weight of what he knew was crushing him. Claire, ever the picture of poised ambition, entered the room, her heels clicking decisively on the polished concrete floor. Kyle, the car will be here in 10. Are you ready to wow them? She stopped short, taking in his ashen complexion and the slight tremor in his hands. What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Maybe I have, he muttered, finally abandoning the tie altogether. Claire, I can't do this. Her confident expression faltered. What are you talking about? We've been preparing for this for weeks. Our slides are perfect. Our strategy is sound. This is our moment. Our moment is built on a lie, he burst out, the words tearing from him. He paced the length of the room, running a hand through his perfectly styled hair. How can I stand in front of my father, my grandfather, the entire board and talk about legacy and family values when I know the truth about my son?